Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sport Odds Scoreboard. The Sport Odds Scoreboard is a podcast that gives you a quick recap of all the latest sport odds and results from around the world. This is your host, Anthony, for your Sport Odds Scoreboard on Monday, the 5th of December. We have got a huge show tonight with everything from World Cup soccer to NBA to cricket. We'll also take a look at all the NFL scores and odds. All right, let's get into it. Let's kick things off in Qatar with France defeating Poland 3-1. Pre-game odds for that one were France $1.36, draw was $4.75 and $9 for Poland. The over 2.5 was $1.80 and the over 3.5 also paid out and that was $3. Correct score of France 3-1 was paying $13. For the goals, Oli Giroud at the 44th minute and Mbappe with a brace, 74th and 91st minute. Robert Lewandowski scored a 99th minute penalty there. In the other game of the night, England defeated Senegal 3-0. Pre-game odds there, England $1.60, draw was $3.60 and Senegal $6.50. Over 2.5 got up at $2.37 and correct score England 3-0 was $12. Goals for England were Henderson in the 38th, Kane in the 3rd minute of stoppage time of the first half and Saka netted in the 57th minute. Tomorrow morning's games we have Japan versus Croatia. Japan will be starting at $4, draw $3.25 and Croatia $2. And Brazil take on South Korea. Brazil heavy favourites there with $1.25 starting price, draw $5.75 and Korea at $13. We move on to all the NFL results. In the first game of the night, Green Bay defeated Chicago Bears 28-19. Green Bay starting $1.55 in that one. Chicago Bears $2.60. Point spread was Green Bay minus 3.5 and the total was 45.5, which fell over. In the next one, we saw Detroit Lions 40 defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars 14. Pre-game odds in that one, Jacksonville were $1.95 and Detroit Lions $1.86. Detroit Lions minus 1.5 got up and 51 for the total also got up there. Next up, Minnesota Vikings got a close win over the New York Jets, 27-22. Jets starting that one $2.30 and Minnesota favourites at $1.66. The Minnesota line was minus 3, which they covered, and total was 44, which went over. In the big NFC East showdown, Washington Commanders 20 drew with New York Giants 20 after overtime. Commanders starting that one $1.71 and Giants were $2.20. The Giants plus 2.5 covered and 40.5 for the total fell under in that one. The Philadelphia Eagles continued their good form. They defeated Tennessee Titans 35-10. Eagles starting that one $1.45. Tennessee Titans $2.80. The Eagles covered the spread of minus 4.5 and the total of 44.5 fell over. The Baltimore Ravens defeated Denver Broncos 10-9. Broncos started that one $3.90 and Ravens $1.27 favourites. The Broncos covered the plus 8.5 and the total of 40.5 fell well under with that one. The Cleveland Browns 27 defeated Houston Texans 14. Browns starting that $1.28. Texans $3.75. The Browns covered the line at minus 7.5 and the total of 46.5 fell under. The Pittsburgh Steelers 19 defeated Atlanta Falcons 16. Steelers starting that one at $1.80 and $2.05 for Atlanta Falcons. Steelers covered the minus 1.5 and the total of 42 fell under. The Seattle Seahawks 27 defeated the LA Rams 23. Seahawks starting $1.32 and Rams $3.50. The Rams covered the plus 6.5 and the total for that one was 40.5 and that went over. The San Francisco 49ers 33 defeated Miami Dolphins 17. San Francisco 49ers minus 4.5 and total was 45.5 and that went over. The Las Vegas Raiders 27 defeated the LA Chargers 20. Pre-game odds Chargers 225 and the Raiders $1.68. Minus 2.5 for the Raiders in that one got up and 49.5 was the total and that went under. The Bengals had a big win over the Chiefs. 27-24 in that one. Chiefs starting $1.60 and Bengals $2.25. Bengals covered the plus 2.5 and the total was 53, which went under. Moving on to the NBA, where the Pelicans 121 defeated Denver Nuggets 106. Pre-game odds in that one, Pelicans $1.76 and Nuggets $2.10. The Pelicans minus 1.5 covered and 230.5 for the total, fell under. The Phoenix Suns 133 defeated the San Antonio Spurs 95. Suns were $1.20 and Spurs $4.75 for the pre-game odds. Phoenix Suns minus 10.5 covered the point spread and the total for that one was 230.5 and that fell under. Boston 103 defeated Brooklyn Nets 92. Pre-game odds for that one, Boston $1.74 and the Nets were $2.15. Point spread was minus 2.5 for Boston, which they covered, and 230.5, which fell comfortably under. The Memphis Grizzlies 122 defeated Detroit Pistons 112. Memphis starting that one $1.36 and $3.25 for the Pistons. The Grizzlies covered the minus 6.5 point spread and total was 228 and that went over in that game. We saw the Knicks have an 11-point win over Cleveland Cavaliers 92-81. Cavs started that one favourites at $1.60 and Knicks $2.25. The Knicks covered the plus 2.5 and the total was 222.5 and that fell under in that one. We saw the Kings defeat the Bulls 110-101. Kings starting that one $1.66 favourite and Bulls $2.30. The Kings covered the minus 2.5 and the total for that was 239.5 and that one fell under. We saw the Lakers get a big win over the Wizards 130-119. Wizards starting at $1.80 in that one, Lakers $2.05. The Lakers covered the plus 2.5 and the total was 232.5 and that went over. We saw Portland Trailblazers 116 defeat the Indiana Pacers 100. Trailblazers starting that one $1.50 and the Pacers were $2.70. The Trailblazers covered the minus 4.5 and 232.5 was the total and that fell under. We'll finish off quickly with some cricket where we saw yesterday Australia defeat the West Indies by 164 runs. Australia started that one $1.09, draw was $17 and West Indies $13. In the one-day international overnight, Bangladesh $4.33 defeated India $1.22 by 1 wicket in a close one there. India set them 186 off 41.2 overs, all bowled out, and Bangladesh chased that down, 9 down after 46 overs. And an absolute classic has just finished in Rawalpindi, where England defeated Pakistan by 74 runs on the 5th day. The pre-game odds for that one were Pakistan $2.75, the draw was $2.60, and England getting up at the $3.25. That's all we got time for on this Monday night's edition of the Sport Odds Scoreboard. Thanks for tuning in for a huge morning of sports. We'll be back on Wednesday where we'll give you a quick recap of all the latest sport odds and results. Until then, thanks for listening to this episode. We'll see you in the next episode of the Sport Odds Scoreboard. Thank you and good night.